Okay, so for my math problems, I did number 28 first, which was the passenger on an airplane problem. And so basically, I set up my triangle like this, and it gave us the 55 and the 28, and then the 10 kilometers. I didn't write it down, but like I used it in like the equations. And then I used like triangle theorems to find like opposite angles, and I found that this one between, I think it was the first city in the airplane was 36 degrees. The second one to the airplane like path was 55, and then between the path and the second city was 28 degrees, and then the combined total was 62. And then what I ended up doing is once I found those, I set up an equation like this. And and I also found that this was 28 and this was 55. But I set up an equation once I found like the right, because basically I'm solving for x because this is city 1 and this is city 2. And I set up an equation like this, and I did tan 35 equals y over 10. And then I moved or like rearranged it so I could get y by itself because I'm going to substitute it in later in the problem. And I did 10 tan 35 equals y. And then I set up another equation, and I did tan 62 equals x plus y over 10. And basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to try to like substitute them both in later on and set it equal to x. But anyway, and then I rearranged that again, and I got 10 like for this one right here. Let's see it. I did 10 tan 62 plus xy, and then from the previous one I had 10 tan 62 minus y. Okay, so now I set both of my separate tan equations equal to x, and I did 10 tan 62 minus 10 tan 35 equals x, and then I was able to solve it for x equals 11.81 kilometers. And then that was for here. Okay, and then on the next one, number 44, I set up my triangle like 85 miles east and 160 miles north, and then I did tan theta equals 160 over 185, and then I did the inverse of that, and I did theta equals arc tan 160 divided by 180, and then I got theta equals 162.02 degrees. And the only thing on this problem was I wasn't sure if I set up like the direction right because I was a little confused. So if you could let me know if I got it right. But this is if you want like an overview of my work. That's what it looks like.